Welcome to part 3 of how Japanese style Shoji screen is made. In this part you'll see how the styles, which are the vertical members of the frame, are docked to length. In the first segment you'll see me cutting a few inches off the bottom of each style. This is to remove the sniping which occurs when, or can occur, when thicknessing is done. If the tables aren't adjusted correctly, you can get sniping at as the end passes through the machine. All this material is over length, so I just dock it off. Thicknesses can be adjusted to prevent or reduce it, and it's a while since I've done it to my thicknesser. Yeah, I've sped up the process here, so that's 3 times normal speed. So you'll see all the 8 styles, which are for 4 Shoji screens, being the ends of which are being removed. This work is done on a crosscut sled, quite a common piece of equipment for woodworkers to use on a table saw. Mine is similar to many others. I've got a few modifications. It has a tape measure in front of the fence. This is used when docking off smaller pieces and a block is clamped to the fence to give continuous and accurate, repeatable cuts. In the second segment you'll see me docking them to the final length. This is done on a pencil line. All the styles are lined up together on the bench and they're marked with a pencil for that final cut. I do an initial cut which is just outside the line to remove most of the waste, and then I do 2 or more cuts to get it as close as possible to the line. I'm aiming to get to within 0.1 or 0.15 of the line, so that their final length is all the same. Now, crosscut sled has a second modification, and that is, and it was done after this video was taken, so you can't see it here, and it allows me to adjust the fence to be always presenting the material 90 degrees to the saw, so I always get very accurate 90-degree cuts. If people are interested, I could make a video on those changes that I've made. The tape measure is adjustable to always have the correct measurement. I can adjust it to be exactly always 0, and the adjustment available on the fence allows me to always cut at 90 degrees, and those 2 things are quite important when you're using a crosscut sled. You'll see me speed up the video in this section as well, just so you don't have to watch every one of the 8 pieces being cut. And this Shoji is made out of an Australian timber. It's known by 2 names, Victorian ash or Tasmanian or alpine ash. Actually 3 names: alpine ash, Victorian ash, or Tasmanian oak. It's actually eucalypt, a very hard timber, very stable timber, and it's got a pale pink colour, and it's quite good for Shojis. It's not the timber I use for most of my Shojis. I generally use New Guinea rosewood, which is a light brown colour and has variations in the colour, but it's quite a attractive timber. It's also very hard and very stable and very good for Shojis. Thank you for joining me in this part 3, and I hope to see you in more of the parts. There will be 12 altogether, I believe. So thank you again for joining me.